Hey, my creative friends. It is time to talk about creativity, to see what we think about it, to see how it fits into our lifestyle, to see maybe shift some thinking about it. So we're going to do that today. Today I went to the Nobel Museum, and it's on the island of Gamlistan, and this week they came out with the announcement of who received the Nobel Prizes, and it was actually started here by Alfred Nobel. Is it Alfred? Yeah, Alfred Nobel. And so it's a big deal in Sweden. It's a big deal. They have the banquet here. They, in December, but it starts now, and there's a lot that goes on, and so I'm taking advantage and learning what I can. This is the second time I've been there, so I'm learning what I can about the museum and about the prize winners, which they have a little area where you can watch films about the prize winners, and they're just little short films that talk about some of the prize winners, which a lot of them I don't even know anything about. It's interesting to me sometimes that the goal that people have, some of them, their goal is not, I'm going to win one of the Nobel Prizes. They just have a purpose and a mission. Like, Jody Williams. She started out on her goal as to ban landmines from wars. She figured that a lot of times after war, they take the guns or tanks and stuff, and they collect them and take them home. Whereas landmines, they don't do it. And usually the people that get hurt from those are the civilians. And so she was on a path to try to change that, to get landmines banned. And it won her in 1997 the Nobel Prize, which I'm just like, that's so interesting. She's just probably this person who had no idea that was the path that she was going to take. And that, it's just not like she did it for that, but it just recognizes the international agreement with that kind of an idea. And there were other stories, and they were really inspiring, and I hope to go back again and hear some more stories. But it led me tonight to think of some of the things. One of the things I got was I went to this thing and got I went to their bookstore. Hello, I couldn't figure out what I went to do. I went to their bookstore, and this quote was on the bag. It says, if I come up with 300 ideas in a year and only one of them is useful, I am content. He was the inventor of dynamite and the Nobel Prizes. So I just thought that was interesting. Hi, Tricia. We're talking about Nobel Prize winners and ideas. And particularly tonight, and the whole idea with the Nobel Prize winners is a lot of them took problems that they saw around them, in science, in chemistry, in peace, and then they work with good and bad ideas. Tricia says, hi. Hey. Yes, it's so interesting that everybody says hey here. So I'm saying hey. So what people do is they take the problems and they work with the good and bad ideas that come to them surrounding this problem, and then they eventually solve problems. And so I like that quote from Alfred Nobel that says, if I come up with 300 ideas in a year and only one of them is useful, I am content. I just thought that's a great attitude. And it kind of goes on with a couple other people's ideas of ideas. And the idea of bad ideas. So Seth Godin, I have a couple quotes from him. One of them is, All the creativity books in the world aren't going to help you if you're not willing, if you're unwilling to have lousy, lame, and even dangerously bad ideas. So he's saying, you know what, you can talk creativity all you want, but if you're not willing to have bad ideas, then, you know, it's not going to help you. Those books, nothing's going to help you if you can't have the bad ideas. And another quote he had, somebody asked me where I get all my good ideas, explaining that it takes him a month or two to come up with one, and I seem to have more than that. I asked him how many bad ideas he had every month. He paused and said, none. And there you see is the problem. So the idea is that in order to, like with a lot of these Nobel Prize winners, they have to go through a lot of bad ideas to get to where they want to get to where they want to be, to get to the solution, to get to the right idea. And sometimes we're like, oh, I don't want to put anything in my idea book, which I know Trisha's got her idea book. I hope a lot of you have your ideas books. I don't want to put anything in there that it's going to look lame, or people are going to laugh at, or somebody's going to go, what? But you have to be willing to put in bad ideas. And so then I was thinking through this, you know, and what is a bad idea? You know, I was like, what's a bad idea? So I went through and was thinking about that and reading some stuff. And so I kind of defined some things about what bad ideas are. And so poor, inferior quality. So it's just the quality of it is just like a defective or flawed idea, faulty, something that's faulty that obviously doesn't have the components to make it work. Distressed condition, it's kind of like it's not really fully fleshed out. Another is not viable. I mean, it can't grow, it can't get past a certain stage, you can't get into the development. It kind of dies out. And timing, sometimes it's just not the right time. And it just made me think that who says it's a bad idea? When we were talking about one of these, when I was watching one of these Nobel, or reading one of the Nobel placards about the Sweden's first Nobel Prize winner was 1903, a man, and he actually, I think it was chemistry, it was one of the science type things, and he actually left Sweden because he wasn't finding what he needed. I don't think they thought his things were a good idea, if I heard the story correctly. They didn't think it was a good idea, so he left Sweden, went somewhere else, fully worked on the idea, and then came back and then won the prize for it. And so that made me think too, who says it's a bad idea? You know, and an idea that Leonardo da Vinci wrote in his sketchbooks were bad ideas back then, but it was the time and the place where they're kind of, you know, started out some good ideas. It fed some other people's good ideas. So I just kind of want to say, I don't know really that sometimes we think ideas are bad, but we just kind of don't give them their full credit. That there might be other circumstances, but in not writing them down, you never know. You never know if they're going to, if maybe, you know, 5 years from now, you're going to go, oh, that idea, remember that idea that I thought was so bad? It's really going to work now. You might be in a different place. So I really came to the conclusion that bad ideas are what you decide bad ideas are. But you have to write the ideas down. So the whole idea is that put the bad ideas down that you think are bad. It doesn't matter who defines what they are bad. If you feel like they're bad, you still write them down. Still write them down. So your ideas book should be full of bad ideas. Just bad ideas. Let me see there. I read a quote that I'm going, that quote shouldn't be there. That's not in this group of things. So that's the tip tonight. Write out your bad ideas. And to me, defining the bad ideas is kind of a little shaky. I mean, there are some things that you just go, what? But some people, I remember watching Maxwell Smart with the phone, the shoe phone he had. And, you know, I remember thinking, that's so lame. And then here we are with phones smaller than his shoe and, you know, running all over the world with them. I can talk to my kids in America and see them and see the grandkids. And it's just amazing. So the tip is write all the bad ideas down along with the good ones, because you never know. You just never know. And share how your sketchbook, not your sketchbooks, how your idea books are coming. Share how they are coming along, if you've got ideas in them, what you've done with them, because that is going to be, I told you that's a real big thing. So go back and watch that video so I don't have to say anything more about that. But just, I want to hear how you're doing with your idea books. And I think that's it for tonight. So if you missed why I say you have a creative heartbeat, listen for it. It was yesterday's video. So have a listen to that, because you do have a creative heartbeat. So listen for it. And I will be back tomorrow to talk more creativity and to share some ideas and hear some of your ideas. So bye.